Yeah, that wasn't too hard. Huh? We're disappearing? Oh, it's over already. Ugh. Why? Servant Alice firmly grasps Master Alice's hand. They cling to each other, their voices plaintive. Alice was alone for so long. Nobody noticed me. I had no home and I was sad for a long time. A long time. Then Alice found Alice to blend to, and we were so happy. We even had a home. That was all we needed, forever and ever, just like this. That was all we needed. Why does it gotta end? Why did they take our happiness away? Why? Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Sorry about that. Alice gives a small smile. Alice already knew that everything would go bye-bye. I don't remember very well, but I am probably already dead. My body isn't in that hospital anymore. Alice is like a box with nothing inside of it. There wasn't ever anything that's there since the beginning. Yep, even back in the hospital, there was no Alice left inside Alice. No one noticed Alice. I was alone. It hurt. No one treated Alice like a person. It was the same after Alice came to Wonderland. Oh, see, Wonderland Dreams or something. To Alice was so alone. That's why I know that my home here and my Alice will all go far away soon. But lady, you cared about Alice, didn't you? Sure, why not? You always paid attention to Alice, lady. It's 'cause you're like Alice, lady. Except you still have a real place to go home to somewhere. Thank you, Alice, for being my friend. For always being with me. And thank you, lady, for seeing Alice, for playing with Alice. I really wanted to play a little more, but bye-bye. And there she goes. With a sound like the crumbling of sugar, Alice glitters for a moment, and then she's gone. What the hell? I am a reflection. This time I was Alice in the looking glass. Even if I'm summoned in the next war, I won't be the Alice I am now. I am always someone's fanciful creation. The real Alice is a mystery, but being Alice's servant made me happy. Right before she crumbles away, a single drop falls from her eye. Why am I crying? When I know that even if I cry, I'll never be the real thing. 'Cause she's a mirror. Yeah, you can actually see her mirror in Fate Grand Order. I don't know why they don't show it here. Whatever. The licorice girl chases after her sweet master. I should be used to the harsh rules of the Holy Grail War by now, but I can't synthesize myself. If this is natural, then this system is twisted at its core. A little bit, yeah. And so the girl disappeared. I didn't wish for her to die. I didn't wish for anything, but I still led her to her death. This is the third death I've caused. The rules of the Holy Grail demand that I kill. But that girl will never see another day because of me. The guilt weighs heavily on my soul. I mean, she was already dead, but whatever. You are lamenting over the death of your opponent. A warm, caring voice breaks through my gloom. The loss of life is a sad affair, especially if it's a consequence of the ruthlessness of war. Ruthless. I'm not saying that again. I think pointlessness would be more accurate. Point taken. However, you fight because you have no other choice. You either kill or die. There is no mercy to be found in war, and sadness of causing death is still there. But humanity dreams of the Holy Grail's power. They entrust their hopes to a higher power. They do this because they know that they aren't capable of doing what is best for all. More so than death, this fact is what saddens me the most, said Leo. That's really pathetic. People who can't save themselves, and us who are already damned. Those words ring of someone who sees themselves as a savior of a world in chaos. Well, he does kinda see himself as the superior of everyone here. Wait, before you pass judgment, I was born and raised to be king of the world, see? I'll remember your grief and their pain so that one day no one will have to die for nothing. I have joined this battle in order to end the world's cycle of suffering and deprivation. Once control is restored, I can put an end to the conflicts brought on by scarcity and want. Isn't that what you desire? For your grief and your death to have meaning. A perfect society. All people must be equal. To save the world, there must be equilibrium. Though his ideas are poison, there is a seductiveness to his words that is hard to ignore. Or maybe his ideas are what's needed to heal a fractured world. The boy's oddly comforting voice lifts my spirits, which had sunk after Alice's death. What a way to comfort someone. This person's totally clueless. Being bombastic helps nothing. Silently forcing her way into the conversation was none other than Ren. The unrestrained hatred in her voice perfectly matched the animosity of her expression. I overhear your little spile. It's what I expected from the plutocratic Harway family. I care about all. I wish nothing more than to see the world where everyone has their place. And of course that place under your rule, with you deciding who lives and who dies, correct? Your world is a place where you alone decide whether a child is to be fed or left to starve. Where a person's entire life is dictated by the whims of the Harway's family's desires. However, you are not a god. If you want to live as you do now forever, go ahead, I don't care. But for me, I cannot and will not accept things as they currently are now. If you wish to build a country dominated by saints, quote unquote, fine, just leave humanity out of it. So my information about you being a potential insurgent was correct after all, Mr. Osaka. You assume I don't understand your position, and in that you're wrong. However, you need to realize that efficient distribution of resources dependent on proper management. I can assure you that my family has no plans to stockpile goods for financial gain. Once you see how we rule, you will understand how great design for the well-being of humanity. I am aware of the Harway plan for prosperity, everyone in their place, with no place for dissent. A paradise based on stasis and class immobility. No change and no hope of a better future. Stability at the expense of hope and joy. A world where people don't live, only merely exist. I mock anyone who would choose that path. Living as merely one of the flock doesn't appeal to me. Miss Tosaka, that is because you have an inherent strength that the masses lack. Perhaps it is good to feel that you're in a fight to preserve your very existence. However, would you wish for all of mankind to suddenly be given the same strength? I mean, that is to say, of course you wouldn't. You are all too aware of your selfishness and your pride. Because of that, you could not share your pain with those without the strength to bear it. I could and would. I'm not as soft-hearted as you make me out to be. Is that so? You will always help those in need. Your compassion will lead to your defeat. What did you say? Joy is ephemeral. In order to save humanity, you must first be willing to let them die. The world needs a strong leader, Miss Tosaka. And once I gain the power of the Holy Grail, I will be the one true king, and my virtue will illuminate the darkness that engulfs the world. Why did that show up like that? The European plutocrats control 30% of the world, and none have voiced their discontent. Opposition to our rule comes from outside the farm. To expand on your analogy a little. In short, either join the flock or be slaughtered. Our current view is that the population of the Asian region are expendable. Damn, son. Of course, we have plans to integrate the region. Should they choose to support our aims. To think we agree on something. Okay, I understand perfectly now. What exactly do you understand? That I was right in entering the Holy Grail War this time around. So Leonard Bistario, maybe, I don't know, Harway, heir apparent to the head of the plutocrat. Man, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Plutocratic, maybe, Harway family. I swear to you that I will crush your delusions and genocide and despotic rule. To be perfectly clear, you intend to kill me? I think that's obvious, seeing as I seriously doubt that anything short of taking your life would stop you. Yes, I see. I have faith that someone of your intellect will understand one day, or maybe you already do. Talk about stubborn. I can't fault your dedication to your megalomaniacal delusions, though. Rin's open declaration of war. I don't think it will escalate hostilities the way it did with Julius. Leo has chosen his path, and she has done so as well. Their battle will be fought within the Holy Grail. One will win, the other will die. Will they actually fight each other, though? And then those two will eventually disappear. Only I, who has nothing, will remain. Leo's plans, Rin's determination. I have nothing to fight for yet. I continue to fight and kill. Unlike the real world, I can feel the weight of this virtual world press down on me. Even so, I have no choice but to fight. I refuse to continue fighting. I will find a reason to go on. I have no choice but to fight, right? Yeah, I actually don't have any choice. That's right. When it comes down to it, fighting is my only real option. It's either fight or die. But how long can I keep this up? When I can't bring myself to continue even one step farther. Night.